from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, some of the very best junior golfers on the planet open quest for Little People's Championships with day one of tournament play in both Quincy and Macomb. Now, yesterday we introduced you to Strongville, Ohio's Nicholas Pison, and he lived up to all the advanced billing. He is the defending champ in the boys 3B division. He's on the par 5 22nd hole in 2, so that's an eagle putt, leaving himself a bit of work for birdie. No problem for Pison, the only golfer on the day in his division to crack 40, shot a 37. He's 4 strokes clear of the field. That field includes this guy, Pranay Singh, lurking 4 strokes back, but nearly making a bit of history today. Doesn't get much more luscious than this on number 23, just shy of the ace. That leaves him a tap-in birdie. Pranay Singh, 41 on the day, 4 strokes back of the aforementioned Mr. Pison. Hannibal's own Quinn Thomas, the low local today, his first year playing up at Westview. He had a 45 on the day, tied for 5th, including the beautiful approach right here on number 22. Your low local in the 4B division, this guy, Hannibal lefty Sean Miller, his approach on number 4, kept it below the hole. That's hard to do. Ended up taking par from there. Also took par today on the next hole, the difficult number 5. As you see, Mr. Minor just missed the birdie putt right there. Shot an 81 on the day, currently tied for 8th place. Let's kick it down a notch, take you to the littler kids today. As we move on down the highlight reel, 2B division, you're looking at Peyton Blackard. Off to a furious start. That's a tap-in birdie on number 1 at Knights of Columbus. He was matched, though, by Austin Hoferkamp of Texas, keeping pace up and down right there for a par on number 1, and then a beautiful putt to save par on number 2. Those two gentlemen, Mr. Blackard and Mr. Hoferkamp, tied for 31s to open the day. Lurking just back, Micah Sheffer, big-time putt on number 4 here for par. Even better on number 9 to finish. No need for the putter, chipping in right there for the 2 and the birdie. He's looking a couple of strokes back. Low local on the day, Logan Lansing of Mendon. Nice approach shot here, fired a 44 on the day. Again, about 10 strokes back off the pace. More goodness right here from Owen Bowles, among those trying to make a push coming up tomorrow. But as it stands right now, Mr. Blackard, Mr. Hoferkamp, the 2 gentlemen to beat. Highlights of that big showdown coming up for you tomorrow. Let's kick it up a notch, up to 5G girls. And at 6:30 this morning, I told you there was rain, some really tough conditions early on. Didn't deter Brooke Boardman of Waukee, Iowa for the birdie on number 11. She jump-started her day nicely. Boardman tied atop the day 1 leaderboard with Hawaiian native Reese Guzman, working well from the beach right here, as you'd probably expect, nearly chipping out, getting up and down for par. Both of those ladies fired 77s on the day. They are both 3 clear of the field. We've got some time for some baseball today as well. Rare matinee action today for the Quincy Gems. Chris Martin's team trying to go for win number 5 in a row. Mitch Weiss had a 3-0 lead early and was pitching well. However, the Hannibal Cavemen finally got off the schneid today, pecking away at that lead. Started with the aforementioned Jake Mangler doing some work to right field here to cut the Gems lead to 3-2. And then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, more from the Cavemen lineup. This time it's Jeff Smith with the power swing of the bat. Nice little RBI rip to center field, as well as the Cavemen come all the way back, atone for last night's ugly loss, and end up rallying to beat the Gems. Final count in this ball game was 8-5. Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, we will catch you up on all the Little People's leaders. Pretty darn good first day of action. Yeah. Nobody went particularly low. I think play backed up a little bit later in the day. But as you saw, some great shots, some great scores posted earlier in the day.
Sure, and I think my favorite part of the whole thing is the fist pumps after making a big putt. You got to love
very
that.
Very Tiger-esque, very intense are some of the, especially the youngsters.
Sure.
And we're going to check in with the really youngest division tomorrow, the little kids who are usually the most fun to watch. Good or not so good when they're making mistakes.
All right.